Welcome to Mary and Mike English Channel.
John, is that the rice you cooked right before you came over?
Yes, I wanted to help, so I made it fresh.
Okay, stop stirring for a second. This is exactly why your fried rice became sticky last time.
Wait, am I about to make the same mistake again?
You are, but this time we're going to fix it before dinner turns into another rice sculpture.
John is only a few minutes into today's cooking lesson, and he's already about to repeat the mistake that ruined his fried rice the last time he tried making it.
Luckily, Emma knows exactly what's going wrong, and by following them through the kitchen today, you're going to learn how to make fried rice step by step, while also learning useful English people really use when they cook.
And you have one mission. What kind of rice does Emma prefer for fried rice, and why?
Listen carefully. The answer comes when Emma explains John's first mistake.
Now let's go back a few minutes and see how this started.
John, you're here. Come in.
Thanks for inviting me. And before you say anything, I brought something.
What's in the container?
Rice. You said we were making fried rice today, so I thought I'd save us some time and cook the rice before I came.
That was nice of you. When did you make it?
About 20 minutes ago. It's still warm.
Ah, let me take a look at it.
That wasn't the reaction I was expecting.
There's nothing wrong with helping. I'm just wondering whether this rice is going to work well for the way I make fried rice.
That's exactly why I wanted to cook with you today. I've tried making fried rice once before, but it didn't go very well.
What happened?
I didn't really know what I was doing. I used freshly cooked rice, put everything together, and kept stirring. After a while, the rice started sticking together. By the end, it looked more like one giant lump than fried rice.
So you've already made the famous rice sculpture once.
Unfortunately, yes. That's why today I'm following your instructions.
Good plan. Let's start by looking at the rice you brought.
It feels pretty soft.
And it's still wet because you cooked it recently.
Is that going to cause the same problem?
It might. Try breaking a little apart with the spoon.
Like this? Emma, look at this. The rice is already sticking together, and we haven't even put it in the pan yet.
Okay, stop stirring for a second. This is exactly why your fried rice became sticky last time.
So, what should I use instead?
I actually like to use leftover rice because it isn't too soft.
What exactly counts as leftover rice?
Leftover rice is rice that remains after a meal and is kept to eat or cook later. If I have cooked rice left from another meal, that's perfect for this.
Why does that work better?
Because if the rice is too wet, the fried rice can become sticky. And sticky means something feels wet or soft and can easily stick to other things.
So, my first mistake last time happened before I even started frying the rice.
Pretty much.
That's both useful and slightly painful to hear.
Don't worry, I have leftover rice in the refrigerator, so we'll use mine today.
Good. And my rice?
We'll leave your rice alone for now.
I think that's probably best for everyone involved.
Put my leftover rice into this bowl and gently break it apart with a spoon. That makes it easier to cook later.
Now I can already feel the difference. This rice separates much more easily.
Exactly. And now we're ready for the vegetables.
What do we need?
Most of the time, I use cooked rice, eggs, carrots, green beans, onions, and a little soy sauce. Sometimes I add corn or peas. Sometimes I add a few small pieces of chicken. But the basic version is just rice, eggs, and vegetables.
So we're not going to spend 3 hours cooking something with 20 ingredients.
Definitely not. Let's prepare the vegetables. Start by washing 1 carrot.
Finally, something I know I can't get wrong.
Don't challenge yourself.
The carrot is washed. What do I do with it?
Cut it into small cubes.
Cubes. That's another useful word.
Cubes are small pieces with a square shape.
So you don't want long slices, you want little square pieces.
Exactly. Try to make them fairly small.
What about this one?
That's a little big.
A little?
John, that's almost half the carrot.
Okay. Smaller cubes. I understand.
That's better.
Now they actually look like small orange cubes.
Perfect. Next, cut some green beans into short pieces.
Not cubes this time?
No, just short pieces.
So the carrot goes into small cubes and the green beans go into short pieces. That's easy enough to remember.
Exactly.
What about the onion?
If I have an onion, I usually cut a small part of it into thin pieces.
Only a small part.
Yes, I don't use too much onion because I want the taste to stay light.
I know what you mean. If there's too much onion, sometimes that's all you can taste.
Yes, I want the different ingredients to work together.
The vegetables already look really nice together.
That's another reason I like adding them. They make the dish more colorful, and they make the meal feel fresher.
You've got orange from the carrot, green from the beans, and another lighter color from the onion.
And wait until we add the yellow eggs later.
This is starting to look better than my rice sculpture.
That's not a difficult competition. There, the vegetables are ready.
What's next?
Eggs.
How many eggs are we using?
2. Crack both eggs into this bowl.
Since we're learning cooking English, let me try this one. To crack means to break something open, especially an egg or something with a hard shell.
Very good.
See, I am learning.
Now let's see if you can crack the eggs without putting the shells into the bowl.
That's a completely different test.
Take your time.
There's the first one, and there's the second one. No shell.
Perfect.
I would like everyone watching to remember this moment. I successfully cracked 2 eggs.
I'll make a certificate for you later.
Thank you. What comes next?
Add a little salt and then beat the eggs with a fork.
Beat is interesting because outside the kitchen, it can sound like a completely different kind of action.
That's true. In cooking, to beat means to mix something quickly with a fork, spoon, or whisk.
So I move the fork quickly through the eggs until they're mixed together.
Exactly.
Like this?
That's perfect. Keep going until the eggs look smooth.
I think they're ready.
They are.
I hope everyone got that one right.
They probably did. Now let's cook the eggs.
I'll heat the pan.
Good. Add a small amount of oil.
A small amount. I'm noticing a pattern with your cooking. Everything seems to be a little or a small amount.
We don't need too much for this meal.
The pan is getting hot.
When the pan is hot, pour in the eggs.
What exactly does pour in mean?
To pour in means to add liquid or soft food into a container or pan. The beaten eggs are soft, so we're going to pour them into the hot pan.
All right, here they go. Now it actually feels like we're cooking.
Give them a moment, and then start scrambling them.
Scramble means mixing the eggs while they cook, right?
Exactly. To scramble means to cook eggs by mixing them while they become firm.
I can see it happening. They were liquid when I poured them in, and now they're turning into soft pieces.
Keep moving them gently.
I think I'll give them another few minutes to make sure they're really cooked.
No, take them out now.
Already? They're still soft.
That's exactly how I want them. I scramble the eggs until they're soft. I don't cook them for too long because I don't want them to become dry.
So if I kept going, I could end up with dry eggs. I almost made another mistake.
That's why we're cooking together.
First, my rice was too wet. Now my eggs were almost too dry. Apparently, I like extremes.
We're working on balance today.
So when the eggs are soft, I put them on a plate.
Correct. We'll add them back into the pan later.
Done. They're soft, they're yellow, and they're safely away from me.
For now add the vegetables to the same pan.
I like that we're using the same pan. There's already less to clean afterward.
That's one of the nice things about this meal.
The carrot cubes, green beans, and onion are all going in.
Good. Now stir them for a few minutes.
We used beat for the eggs. Now we're using stir. What's the difference here?
To stir means to move food around with a spoon or spatula while cooking. So now you're moving the vegetables around the pan while they cook.
I can see the carrot changing a little already.
It becomes a little softer as it cooks.
And the onion smells really good now.
It does. That's why I like using a little onion even though I don't want too much.
Should I keep cooking until all the vegetables are completely soft?
Not the way I like them. I usually keep the vegetables a little crisp because I like some texture in the fried rice.
So the carrot should become a little softer, but the vegetables shouldn't lose all of their crispness.
Exactly.
I almost made the same mistake again.
What do you mean?
I keep thinking that if a little cooking is good, more cooking must be better.
And what did the eggs teach you?
That more isn't always better.
Right.
The vegetables look ready now. They're softer than before, but they still have some texture.
Perfect. Now we're ready for the rice.
This is the moment I've been waiting for. We're finally adding the rice.
Go ahead, add it to the vegetables.
And now I stir everything?
Yes, but stir it slowly so the rice mixes well with the vegetables.
This already looks completely different from the rice I brought earlier. The rice is separated instead of sticking together.
That's exactly what we want.
The colors look good too. The orange carrot and green beans really stand out against the rice.
And they're going to look even better once everything is finished.
Now comes the soy sauce.
Yes, add a little soy sauce.
I like soy sauce, so maybe we should add quite a lot.
John, stop!
What? I haven't poured it yet.
Good. I said a little soy sauce.
I thought more soy sauce would mean more flavor.
I want the rice to have flavor, but I don't want it to become too salty. That's why I use a little soy sauce, but not too much.
I think we just avoided another disaster.
We did.
I was honestly about to pour in much more than that.
I could tell from the way you were holding the bottle.
All right, show me how much you mean by a little.
Start with a small amount.
Like this?
That's enough.
Really? That's much less than I expected.
Remember, we want the rice to have flavor without becoming too salty.
That makes sense. I'll stir everything slowly again.
Good.
The rice is changing color now.
Yes, the soy sauce makes it light brown.
Do you add anything else?
Sometimes I add a little pepper too.
Let's add a little today.
Go ahead.
There. Now we just keep stirring?
Yes, let the rice become hot.
And when it's hot, what happens to the eggs we put on the plate?
They go back into the pan.
I knew we hadn't forgotten about them.
The rice is hot now, so put the eggs back into the pan.
All of them?
Yes, all of them.
And then I mix everything together.
Exactly.
Emma, look at this. It actually looks like fried rice.
You sound surprised.
After the beginning we had, I think I'm allowed to be surprised.
That's fair.
The rice isn't sticky, the eggs still look soft, the vegetables have some texture, and I didn't turn the whole pan into soy sauce.
I'm proud of you.
I feel like that compliment comes with a very low standard.
Progress is progress.
Is it ready?
It's ready. Put it into a bowl.
Wow, it looks really simple, but the colors are great.
Describe what you see.
The rice is light brown from the soy sauce. The eggs are yellow. The carrots are orange. And the green beans add a fresh green color.
That's one reason I like it. The vegetables make the meal feel more colorful and fresher.
Can we eat now, or is there another lesson hidden somewhere in the bowl?
We can eat.
Finally.
I often eat this with a glass of water or a small bowl of soup,
A glass of water sounds good to me today.
especially after your plan for the soy sauce.
Exactly. I'm very happy you stopped me.
Try the rice.
All right. That's really good.
What do you notice?
The first thing I notice is the texture. The rice doesn't feel wet or sticky. The vegetables still have a little crispness, and the eggs are soft.
That's exactly what we were trying to do.
And the soy sauce is enough to give the rice flavor, but it isn't too salty.
So maybe adding half the bottle wouldn't have been a good idea.
I've accepted that now.
I'm glad.
You know what surprised me most? None of the steps were difficult.
That's why I make this meal so often.
But even though the steps are simple, those small details really matter.
Exactly.
If the rice is too wet, it can become sticky. If you cook the eggs too long, they can become dry. If you cook the vegetables too much, you lose the crisp texture you want. And if you add too much soy sauce, the rice can become too salty.
Look at you. You're starting to sound like the teacher.
Give me another 10 minutes and I'll open my own cooking channel.
Let's make sure you can do this without me first.
Fair point.
This meal isn't fancy, but that's part of what I like about it. It's useful for normal days at home. It's warm, filling, and versatile.
Versatile? What exactly does it mean?
If something is versatile, it can be used in many different ways.
So, fried rice is versatile because you don't have to make exactly the same version every time.
Correct. If I have more vegetables, I add more vegetables.
You mentioned corn and peas earlier.
Right. And if I want more protein, I can add a few small pieces of chicken or tofu.
And if you're tired and don't feel like doing very much?
Then I keep it very simple.
Just rice, eggs, and vegetables.
Exactly.
I like that. You can use what you already have instead of making the meal complicated.
That's one of the reasons it's a regular meal for me. It's easy to make and it's easy to clean up after.
That part is especially important.
You don't enjoy washing dishes?
I enjoy washing dishes about as much as you enjoyed looking at the wet rice I brought.
Then this is definitely a good meal for you. Now I want to know whether you actually learned how to make it.
I knew there was going to be a test.
Of course there is. Imagine I'm the beginner now. Explain how to make the fried rice from the beginning.
All right, let me see if I can do this properly. First, you need cooked rice, eggs, carrots, green beans, onions, and a little soy sauce. Sometimes you can add corn, peas, or a few small pieces of chicken, but the basic version is rice, eggs, and vegetables.
Good. What should we know about the rice?
You like to use leftover rice because it isn't too soft. Leftover rice is rice that remains after a meal and is kept to eat or cook later. If the rice is too wet, the fried rice can become sticky.
And sticky means?
Something sticky feels wet or soft and can easily stick to other things.
Excellent. Keep going.
Put the rice into a bowl and gently break it apart with a spoon. That makes it easier to cook later. Then prepare the vegetables. Wash 1 carrot and cut it into small cubes. Cubes are small pieces with a square shape. Cut the green beans into short pieces. If you have an onion, cut a small part of it into thin pieces. Don't use too much onion if you want the taste to stay light.
What do the vegetables add to the meal?
They make the dish more colorful, and they make the meal feel fresher.
Perfect. Now the eggs.
Crack 2 eggs into a bowl. Crack means to break something open, especially an egg or a hard shell. Add a little salt and beat the eggs with a fork. Beat means to mix something quickly with a fork, spoon, or whisk. Then heat a pan and add a small amount of oil. When the pan is hot, pour in the eggs.
What does pour in mean?
It means to add liquid or soft food into a container or pan. Then scramble the eggs. Scramble means to cook eggs by mixing them while they become firm.
And what nearly happened to your eggs?
I nearly cooked them for too long. You scramble them until they're soft because you don't want them to become dry. When they're ready, put them on a plate.
Very good.
Next, add the vegetables to the same pan and stir them for a few minutes. Stir means to move food around with a spoon or spatula while cooking. The carrot becomes a little softer, and the onion starts to smell nice. You can keep the vegetables a little crisp because that gives the fried rice some texture.
What's next?
Add the rice and stir everything slowly so the rice mixes well with the vegetables. Then add a little soy sauce.
How much?
A little. Definitely a little. Not half the bottle.
I'm glad we cleared that up.
You want the rice to have flavor, but you don't want it to become too salty. Sometimes you can add a little pepper too. When the rice is hot, put the eggs back into the pan and mix everything together.
And then?
Put the fried rice into a bowl.
What should it look like?
The rice is light brown from the soy sauce. The eggs are yellow. The carrots are orange. And the green beans add a fresh green color.
And why is fried rice versatile?
Because you can use it in different ways. If you have more vegetables, you can add more vegetables. If you want more protein, you can add chicken or tofu. And if you're tired, you can keep it very simple.
John, that was excellent.
Really?
You explained the whole meal clearly.
That's a major improvement from the person who walked in carrying wet rice.
Very true.
I think the biggest difference is that now I understand why the steps matter. I'm not just memorizing them.
That's exactly how you learn.
So next time I make fried rice by myself, I'm going to use leftover rice, keep the eggs soft, keep a little texture in the vegetables, and control myself when I see the soy sauce. Next time, maybe I'll bring the drinks instead.
A glass of water.
Perfect. I can't overcook that.
And that's the story. John arrived at Emma's house thinking fried rice was just rice, eggs, and vegetables thrown into a pan.
Instead, he learned that even a very simple meal has a few small details that matter. His rice was too wet, he nearly cooked the eggs for too long, he wanted to make the vegetables too soft, and he almost added far too much soy sauce.
But by the end of the meal, he could explain the entire process clearly in English and use the important cooking words naturally.
Now let's go back to your mission from the beginning.
What kind of rice does Emma prefer for fried rice, and why?
The answer is leftover rice because it isn't too soft.
And remember, leftover rice is rice that remains after a meal and is kept to eat or cook later.
If the rice is too wet, your fried rice can become sticky.
Did you get the answer right? And here's another challenge. Which of John's mistakes would you be most likely to make? Tell us in a complete sentence and try to use at least one of today's words. Leftover, sticky, cubes, crack, beat, pour in, scramble, stir, or versatile.
When you use new vocabulary in your own sentences, you're doing more than listening. You're turning that English into language you can actually use. If this episode helped you feel more confident talking about cooking in English, hit the like button and subscribe to Mary and Mike English channel.
We make English lessons based on situations, conversations, and vocabulary you can actually use in everyday life.
Real English for real life. And Mary, what do you think John should bring the next time Emma invites him over?
Definitely the water.
Not the rice?
Absolutely not the rice.
I think he's learned his lesson.
Bye, everyone.
We'll see you in the next episode. Bye.